Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is ENIAC number 2, a highly anticipated series and comic from Bad Idea. The first issue of this series launched Bad Idea as a publisher, and the comic was really solid. It was a great way to launch as a publishing company. Really great presentation. You can kind of see the nice covering, there's a nice thick cover to this. And just the story was really good and the art was really good. As far as a comic, it was a hell of a debut. So now the question would be, how does the second issue hold up? And the answer is pretty damn good. So the comic is written by Matt Kindt. The art is Doug Braithwaite. Color is by Diego Rodriguez. Lettering by Dave Sharpe. That's probably maybe the only negative about it is it's really hard to read the credits. So the story is about this thing called ENIAC that was used during World War II. It's kind of gone rogue, and it's now modern times, and the computer is ticking down to something. We don't know what. We're assuming that it's going to maybe launch missiles or cause some sort of disaster. So 2 women are dispatched, these secret operatives are dispatched to go take out ENIAC, and then this issue is the beginning of their mission where they are going after some specific people who might help them in their mission. It's basically war games is really what it comes down to. War games, but instead of running around trying to get away from the government is going after the computer itself and figuring out how to shut it down, and accepts that the computer is the bad guy. It's an interesting issue, and the reason I think it's a really kind of interesting issue is that it does a really good job of mixing action and techno thriller. There's this nice paranoia political thriller too, that kind of popular anti-technology vibe that came out in the 90s in film and entertainment. And then the thing that I think is really good is does a twist in the comic which will hopefully get you to start questioning of is ENIAC really a bad guy? I walked away with the comic not 100% sure that these 2 women are actually on a good mission and they themselves aren't being used to maybe stop something that's a good thing that's coming down the road. I think it's an intriguing twist. I don't know if it's meant that way, but it's kind of how I took some things. So I'm excited to see where it goes and if that plays out the way I think it might play out. The art continues to be great. The coloring is fantastic. The action's really great. It does a solid job of kind of mixing this action and this thriller. There are moments where you are tense, kind of afraid of what's going to happen. The only negative really about the series is there's a lot of tropes and action sequences that we've seen before. Terminator, we've seen the ship kind of taken over and fires missiles at the soldiers type of thing. Or there's other things that we've kind of seen that similar concept. So there are some kind of trips here and there of just overused action sequences. Not necessarily a negative at all, but it works. It works really well. But it's noticeable. At least for me, it's noticeable. The other is that there's a backup story also by Matt Kindt, and then this has got David Lapham as the artist. Definitely different style. I really liked the story. It's about a guy who winds up digging himself out of a shallow grave and then comes home and is accused of killing his wife. You can kind of see the art is very different. It is totally different tone than the main series or the main story, which I think is interesting, and it's maybe my biggest gripe about the issue and the first 2 issues is the backup story just doesn't fit the main story. It's really just, it clashes, and it's, to me, slightly distracting. But both stories are really good, which is frustrating that, they're both really good, but it just doesn't go together. Take really 2 good flavors and that shouldn't go together, and it kind of got the vibe I got going on it. You can enjoy each separately, but together something's off. But I really like the story. It's this great Twilight Zone kind of riff, a twist at the end that I didn't see coming. I thought it was kind of unexpected and went a direction that I didn't think it would. But overall, really, really solid second issue. This is a series that Bad Idea should be really proud of and happy with it. And for those who are able to get copies, go for it. This is, Bad Idea is not the easiest publisher to get. It's limited to, 250 shops or something like that, wherever it is right now. So, you know, obviously you got to do a little bit of work of getting it, but I think it's worth it. Out in comic shops now. You can go get it. You know, I think we'll have a link to the Bad Idea stores underneath where you just make it easier that way. And then also affiliate link. The affiliate link, you know, we do get a small percentage of that by doing the help support our site. So thank you. As always, thanks for watching. Just doing that, you support us as well. So thank you so much. If you're into Bad Idea, if you're into comics in general, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.